My name is Elena Panova. I am the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Egypt. Egypt has a long-standing relations with the United Nations since its establishment in 1984. Egypt was among the member states who signed the Charter for the establishment of the United Nations. These relationships had grown throughout the years into a strategic partnership. Egypt is extremely proactive at the global arena, participating in all bodies and organs of the United Nations that shape the agenda of UN. Egypt has been recognized throughout the years for its exceptional role in the peace and security. Egypt is one of the big contributors of soldiers and also military personnel serving under the flag of the UN. Throughout the years, more than 30,000 Egyptian police and military served in the UN. If we looked if we looked at the military personnel, they are currently at around 3,200 military and police officers to the United Nations peacekeeping operations. As a result of this recognition and as a result of the very active role of Egypt, Egypt was also elected as a chair of the 5th session of the UN Peacebuilding Commission. And as a chair, Egypt has been very proactively advancing the agenda of peace and security. The strategic partnership of Egypt and United Nations also is demonstrated through the number of UN offices hosted here in Cairo. We have 38 country and regional offices that operate from Cairo. And the country offices that are focused on working closely and partnering with Egypt on its sustainable development are 26. Another component of this strategic partnership is the commitment of Egypt to Agenda 2030 for sustainable development. Egypt was one of the first adopters of the Sustainable Development Goals, and we are very appreciative of the fact that Egypt was one of the few countries who, for the third time, reported the progress achieved on the SDGs. And this happened this year in July, where Egypt presented its third voluntary national review. As a country committed to the SDG agenda, Egypt is very proactive in also nationalizing and pushing its own agenda, which is aligned with the Sustainable Development Agenda. And as a country team, we are very pleased to see some of the initiatives, flagship big initiatives of Egypt, which contribute directly to the achievement of the SDGs. And I will mention a few of the big ones, which are also part of the Vision 2030 of Egypt. Programs like Haya Karima, 100 million healthy lives, Takaful and Karama, are programs that really contribute to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, and we highly commend Egypt for implementing these programs. As a UN resident coordinator, I lead the UN country team in partnering with Egypt on the implementation first of the national priorities of Egypt, the Vision 2030, which, as I said, is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals.